Very good afternoon to everybody. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Janice Darwari, the Honorary Counsel General of Montenegro, India, Professor Kamal Chopraji, Chairman, Print Olympiad 2022, Dr. Aditya Ambedkar, Guest of Honor, Professor P. Sasikala, Professor Arun Gogade, Mr. Selendra Vishnu Kople, and of judges, Madhura Mahajan, Professor Parag Hase, coordinators of West Zone Print Olympiad 5th edition, Mr. Ashwini Gupta ji, co-chairman, Mr. Anubhava Shiksharthi, advisor, eminent print personalities, dear students, technical coordinator, engineer Vijender. This is a very auspicious day for all of us. After finishing the first round of Print Olympiad, West Zone is the first to conduct the second round of Print Olympiad online test today. We are proud that Offset Printing Association OPA has taken a very strong step towards conceptualizing the very concept of a Print Olympiad, and year after year under the able leadership of our great leader Professor Kamal Chopraji, the mentor and the chairman of Print Olympiad, we are here. We are in the 5th edition of Print Olympiad. Offset Printing Association, the largest and one of the very active association in the field of printing and packaging in India. They are into print education, research, and conducting back-to-back such type of activities to benefit the departments, to benefit the printing fraternity and the industries in India and abroad. We are highly thankful to the whole team of OPA, especially Professor Kamal Chopraji, for such activities. They are the pioneers of many activities in the field. They started with the Print Ashram, then Print Yatra, coining the word proud to be a printer, and so on and so forth. So this Print Olympiad 5th edition is possible, and the credit goes to OPA. Print Olympiad is now a brand. The 2 days before, we are talking in our department how our department got visibility in the national scenario as well as in the international scenario for getting the students to opt for the printing such a remote place in Haryana. Now our seats are filled every year, year after year, and few foreign students are there. I would like to share a small finding of one of my student who has just submitted his MTech thesis work on the effect of COVID, pre-COVID, COVID, and post-COVID scenario on the Indian printing industries. Very soon, Printing Times will be publishing the research article, but it says that the micro-scale industries are struggling hard to coming back to the normal business, whereas small and medium, they have to adapt to few innovative techniques and methods as like print is now evolving. So where we are, that is the maximum point, whereas for the larger scale printing industries, it has not impacted a much. So such type of activities will certainly make our industry, our education strong in the coming days also. Kamalji, he needs not much introduction. He is now just like a household name in the field of printing in India. Everybody waits for Print Olympiad to happen, and this has a multitude of effects in the coming days also. Kamalji, presently he is the chairman of World Print Communication Forum, and he is immediate past president of AIFMP. He has been associated with many universities for many departments as visiting professor, honorary professor, and recently he has been into the planning board of one of the state technical universities also. So we are highly thankful to you and we welcome you, sir, to this second round of this Print Olympiad 2. Professor Madhura Mahajan, madam, presently she is heading the department at PVG's College of Engineering and Technology Printing Division. And we are thankful to Madhura madam for taking the lead along with Parag for making the things to happen in a very systematic and in a timeline mode. Madam is into teaching and research for more than last 2 decades. And Parag is, Mr. Parag Hase, he is also heading the Department of Printing Technology at BAMU, Aurangabad. And he is also doing lot of activities to connect industries into the academia. So now I would like to request to Madhura Mahajan to say a few words. After that, I will be handing the activities to you and Parag. Over to you, madam.
Thank you very much, Professor Baralji. Very good afternoon to all the members present here. The Honorary Consul General of Montenegro in India, Her Excellency Dr. Janice Darbari, Chief Guest of the 5th Print Olympiad Round 2, which is being conducted for the West Zone. Professor Kamal Chopra, past President of All India Federation of Master Printers and an active member of OPA, and as well as the creator of Print Olympiad competition. Then Dr. Anjan Baral, professor at Guru Jambeshwar University, Haryana, respected principal of our college, that is PVG's College of Engineering and Technology, and GK Pate Vani Institute of Management, Dr. Manoj Taramay sir. My colleague and co-host of this second round competition of West Zone, Professor Parag Hase. All the esteemed jury members who have joined today and whom we shall introduce in a short while from now. Various heads of printing departments across India, dignitaries from print industries and members of printing associations, all the enthusiastic students from different departments of various institutes in the West Zone, and all the students especially who are going to contest today to enter into the next round of Print Olympiad. It is indeed an honor to host the West Zone rounds of Print Olympiad for PVG, and I'm really very thankful to OPA and Professor Kamal Chopra sir to give us the opportunity to host this, this event, which is, as Dr. Baral rightly said, has given various institutes a recognition across the whole country as well as rest of the world. And I'm also thankful to our management for constantly encouraging us to participate in such activities, and they are also very open and very happy, and they acknowledge the efforts taken by Professor Kamal Chopra, and whatever events which are hosted or which are organized by Professor Kamal Chopra. I think all of us are very happy and eager to host them. And so actually this competition has given the students, I mean, not just from PVG, of course, we being the host college, it has definitely helped us a lot, but it has helped all the other students of engineering, diploma, and as well as the BVOC students whose basic curriculum is very much focused on hands-on experience and training. So in fact, even these students have taken the benefit of participating and coming into a competitive environment, and this has helped them to get accustomed to that competitiveness which is required today in industry. So this unique talent hunt competition, as Professor Kamal Chopra rightly says it every time. So it's a talent hunt. So whoever is going to who's going to win the final round is supposed to be will be declared as the most talented person in print, the student in the print industry. So with this, I once again thank all the members who have joined today, and I hand over the mic to Shrikala. Yes, Shrikala ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would request Professor Farad sir to give his remarks for today's session.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, the chairman of Print Olympiad, Professor Kamalji Chopra, National Coordinate, Mr. Anjan Kumar Baran, all the judges, the chief guest of our today's function, Dr. Janice Darbari, all the dignitaries, and my dear student friends. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege to host for this West Zone Print Olympiad competition. So this is the second round that we are organizing. Friends, this is not a competition. This is a competition. Who will win? Finally, printing will win. As being the fraternity, as being the representatives from the academics and the industry, we think that the printing will win. A few of the students will win, and a few of will have to make efforts for the next rounds next year. And I think all we students have to remember that success is not final, failure is not fatal. Alongside, at the every round, always students are getting the knowledge and experience sharing of who's who of the industry from printing and other industries also. So for this, I'm thankful to Professor Kamalji Chopra for organizing this Print Olympiad and giving the opportunity to our university, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, to host this West Zone competition of Print Olympiad. I wish all the best for the students who are appearing for this round today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Farad. Now I would request our principal, Dr. Manoj Tarambare sir, to kindly welcome and give his address for today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all present in this online session, 5th Print Olympiad event. I am happy the second round of the Western zone is going on. I welcome Dr. Janice Darbari, chief guest of the function. I proudly say this event is organized by Offset Printers Association, and the members are Shri Kamalnath Chopra ji, Agrawal ji, Gupta ji. The jury members, Shashikala madam, then Arun sir and Shailendra sir for their contribution. One thing is quite important. So many activities for the other streams of the engineering technologies. So they are taking place across India. But I think this Print Olympiad is the event not only for printing student, but allied branches also. Because printing is a multi-dimensional stream, what I will say. No doubt, printing is growing in the world like anything, its importance is there. But by conducting such type of event, students at large will get benefited by ideas, innovations, latest technology, and the path which they have to choose in coming days. So I think the maximum beneficiary for this event will be student, and they are taking part. So different zones are there, and for Western zone, this second round is going on. I am happy once again for Offset Printer Association for taking this good initiative. I think endless efforts of the Kamal Chopra ji. So it is there. So in all events, I used to see he want to promote printing like anything in the market. And I think this will become a success story that everyone will know the printing and its allied branches in coming days. I wish you all the best for giving us this opportunity. Pune Vidyarthi Gruhas College of Engineering and Technology, G.K. Patewani Institute of Management, and BAMU University, Aurangabad for hosting this event. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Now I would request Professor Parag sir to introduce today's honorable guest, Dr. Janice Darbari. So over to you, Parag sir.
Thank you, Shrikala ma'am. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce today's chief guest, Her Excellency Dr. Janice Darbari. In a rare distinction, Montenegro government has nominated an Indian woman as the head of mission of Montenegro in India in 2007. Dr. Darbari is designated as the Honorary Consul General of Montenegro in India. Dr. Janice is distinguished in the field of international diplomacy. Alongside, she is an outstanding journalist, author, and social activist in India. Dr. Janice has held key responsibilities in her career. She was chairman of Delhi Commonwealth Women's Association in February 2014. She was member of the Indian delegation to United Nations World Peace Conference in 2000. She was also member of the Central Advisory Committee of Ministry of Environment.
It's indeed an honor and privilege to have with us Dr. Janice Darbari ma'am. So as Professor Parag mentioned, that she is the head of mission of Montenegro in India and also the Honorary Consul General of Montenegro. So ma'am has worked as chairman Delhi Commonwealth Women's Association from February 2014 and in the community medical center and educational institutions. She is also the member of the Indian delegation, United Nations World Peace Conference in 2000. Ma'am has been is the member of the Central Advisory Committee, Ministry of Environment in the year 1998. Has worked as a jury for the Information and Broadcasting National TV Network Doordarshan. Then the member of Central Advisory Board on Child Labor and Vocational Rehabilitation for the Physically Handicapped in the year 1983. And Assam set the stage for an open dialogue and instrumental in signing of the Assam Accord in the year 1983 to 88. So as Mr. Parag said that she, in a rare distinction, Montenegro government has nominated an Indian woman as the head of mission of Montenegro in India in 2007. And Dr. Janice Darbari is distinguished in the field of international diplomacy. And she is an outstanding journalist, author, and social activist in India and abroad. So we also have ma'am has also has published a book along with her mother and her sister, and which we would like to hear more about that book, which is called as The Administrator, and which we'll definitely be happy if she can mention a few points from that book, which I have heard when I had the chance to interact with her. And it is a pretty inspiring story related to the freedom struggle of India. So with this with this such a high profile personality, I would like to welcome Dr. Janice and request her to please share her thoughts on this occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
Namaskar to everybody. Kamal Mohan Chopra, Bhadra Mahajanji, Sri Kala Kanade, and Anjan Bara. It's nice to get to know all of you through Zoom. It makes everything so short and so sweet. You don't feel the distance amongst all of us. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Kamal Mohan Chopra. And in fact, he has, when he quizzed me about printing, I'll come direct to the point. And he elucidated on the point of the value of tracing the history of the printing world and how in India he was carrying out the campaign and hitting the road whenever he felt like hitting the road. It spells of enthusiasm, adventure, and what would you say, getting on to the subject as it is. And I'm not surprised with the Printing Olympiad taking place, that he is the motivation and the force behind all of you to get together so that you can actually evolve perhaps a new theory, policy, a new printing dimension, whatever your young engineers so decide to do. Life is full of challenges, full of inventions, and if Bill Gates could do it, so could our children do it. And I'm quite sure it will happen. Now, being the head of mission of a beautiful country like Montenegro, and Yugoslavia as such, former Yugoslavia, all of you, of course, who are in the printing world know that paper used to be imported from Yugoslavia. And in Montenegro, we have beautiful trees, and nowadays we preserve it. And we had the Skadar Lake, which is a heritage for the world. So preserving our trees, the very basic and foundation for which paper was made. Now the new technologies offer different dimensions. And with the computer and this digital technology, it has helped us to save millions and millions and millions and millions of trees. And I must say that type of compliment goes to the generation which is actually using the computer for all their official work, non-official work, and going paperless. So the Printing Olympiad is definitely going to throw up new vistas, ways how things you cannot imagine, and even beyond it. When I was writing this book, which of course which you have been kind enough to talk about also, I will show you the book. One moment. This is the book. Oh, I can see it's coming the other way around. But it's called The Administrator, and this book has a very beautiful cover. Now, it's been printed in two ways. One is digital and one is offset. When I saw the digital printing, it's yet very expensive. And the offset printing is, of course, cheaper. So for authors, it's a big thing to have things done on offset. So yet the paper technology is never going to go. And of course, like you see, the book has a beautiful 4 colors. I know a bit about printing, and therefore I can relate to the subject. And being an author, a writer, paper always has a big meaning for us. And when I can show you some photographs which we have taken out from the archives, Indian archives, and authenticated it with documents, you need to, of course, print it. If you don't print it, the version on Kindle or the version on Amazon, Kindle and Flipkart, everything can be toyed around with. At the end of the day, it can be toyed around with. And so this becomes very important, this type of a printing. And it gets into the libraries. And it is, of course, a different way of looking at life for authors who like to keep their work for posterity. Now, this book, The Administrator, is an eye-opener into the British Raj. And my grandfather was an ICS officer of the 1923 batch. And if you remember the Quit India movement in 1942, when Gandhiji gave the call of do or die, and the Britishers replied in the same force, shoot at sight. So you can imagine when one man like Gandhi stood up for the whole principle of non-violence and he was met with shoot at sight orders, you can imagine the type of threat he posed to the British government. My grandfather was the district collector and magistrate in Balia, and he actually took the administration on headlong. And well, in those days, for an ICS officer of a 1923 batch and a very senior batch to actually turn around and tell the authorities that what you're doing is wrong. And if Gandhiji has said ahimsa, and you're meeting it with violence, it is against the Atlantic Charter. At that time, in 1st of January 1942, Roosevelt and Winston Churchill were talking about the Atlantic Charter, and nations had come together on the principle of human rights and establishing world peace. So India was a focal point for the colonizers, and every time they would promise the Indian politicians that we are heading towards helping you and maybe you can remain a dominion, and they were trying to force their view on India. Now, there were about, in 1942, about 100 bureaucrats of Indian origin. And my grandfather was one of them, who was a British officer. Most of them, in fact, he was the only one, let me put it to you very frankly, he was the only one who had the guts to revolt against the British Raj. And he used the power of the pen. And when I say he used the power of the pen, in the true sense, what he did is, he wrote an order stating, deposit the government firearms in the Balia police station. Can you imagine what the police did? They followed his orders. There was Riaz Ahmed Khan, who was the superintendent of police. And he said, sir, I'm with you. He had no reason to go with my grandfather, who was the magistrate and collector, because he had 30 years of service, much more senior than my grandfather. And besides that, he had the King's Commission. And he was always at loggerheads with my grandfather. In fact, he went to the chief secretary and said, sir, I don't want to be posted in Balia because I never get along with Mr. Nigam, Jagdishwar Nigam. And they said, well, that's why we are posting you there. So this is was their divide and rule amongst the officers also, and one was supposed to spy on the other. Fortunately, when my grandfather gave the order, by then Riaz Ahmed Khan also was of the opinion what Modi, the chief secretary, was doing was absolutely in principle wrong. Modi, if most of you are familiar with history, he was the chief secretary of UP and later on became the governor in Pakistan. And he was the guy with Jinnah who was actually getting the forces together of the Muslims to support Jinnah's theory, two-nation theory. And that's exactly what Mr. Riaz Ahmed Khan said. I am not with him, sir. I am with you, sir. We do not want the partition of India. And therefore, when he brought the police guns and firearms and deposited it in the Balia police station, my grandfather, who had arrested Chittu Pandey. I wonder how many of you know about Chittu Pandey, but from the lineage of Mangal Pandey, there was Chittu Pandey from Balia. Baliatics were notorious for the struggle of freedom. And so my grandfather arrested him first because he knew Chittu Pandey well. It was a well-orchestrated plan where 40,000 people were unable to enter Balia because the police did not raise the columns. And then my grandfather wrote the orders to release Chittu Pandey when all the national leaders were in jail. You had Gandhi in jail, Nehru in jail, Aruna Asaf Ali, who tried to raise the flag, she was in jail. Everybody was stopped by the police. And here Nana was sitting down, writing an order saying, release Chittu Pandey. He said, Riaz, release him, bring him to my office. We will accompany him to my office. And then he said, now you sit on my seat and raise the flag, Mr. Nigam. And that's exactly what happened. He raised the flag of India. And there we had everybody singing Vishwa Vijay. And that song came up and everybody was enthusiastic. The crowd of 40,000, there were tears rolling down their eyes. And Swaraj was declared in Balia, and it was called the shortest lived republic. So to do such a brave act for the police officers to give up their arms on that day so that nobody would shoot, there was no blood shed, and in the Maidan it was Jhanda Uncha Rahe Hamara, Vishwa Tiranga, you know, that beautiful song was there. So this is what India is all about. And I'm able to relate to it because it was printed and it was found in the archives. The documents were found in the archives. And if you look at page 164 of the book, you will find that it's a beautiful piece of history here where it is written, during August 13, 14, 15, you received information of serious demonstration against various railway and police stations in the rural areas. You, instead of forming effective mobile columns of police, dissipated in a wasteful and ineffective manner. So the British knew that this all had happened because Mr. Nigam had written on the file, the crowd which was causing considerable damage in Balia town because of your irresolute resistance of your local police. So this all got recorded, all because of the print media. That, you see, this is the power of the pen and the paper together. Nobody from the archives could actually demolish it or play around. With computers, you can play around. But with something like this, which is in writing, you can't play around with it. And especially it becomes a government record. Though they are digitalizing it, the paper is value of the paper, the condition of the paper when I had, which was written, they had preserved it, you know. And it was so nice to see such old documents and the paper and how it was preserved. It talked about a time, it talked about an age, it talked about how paper was made at that time and how they used to use the other type of ink to write on that paper. So this is history of the world. I think all over we enjoy that history, in fact, that if you can do something like this, in today's world, it would be always treasured. It's always going to be treasured, because when I saw this and I read it, it said, deposit their government firearms in the police reserve lines, thereby rendering them and the property in their charge more than ever vulnerable in attack. So you can imagine how these beautiful documents which I have managed to lay my hands on, and this is from Mr. Moody himself, who was the Chief Secretary, writing to the Secretary of the Government of India, Home Department, New Delhi, in Lucknow. This, and I have all the dates recorded. I have the charges leveled against Jagdishwar Nigam, my grandfather, and also the charges leveled against Mr. Riaz Ahmed Khan. Subsequently, they both were suspended. Then my grandfather filed a case and said, you can't suspend. And after that, Wavell, who was the commander-in-chief, made it a very big principle in democracy, saying, I, as a military chap, would have shot Mr. Nigam. But of course, it didn't happen because my grandfather lived to tell the story. And then Mr. Wavell went back to England, lobbied with Churchill, and again, because of everything that was written in the Parliament, I was able to take the documents out once again and publish it in this book. So this book becomes a very live narrative, and in the British Parliament, the records are also kept very well. Very well they're kept. And then in the Parliament, you have Winston Churchill questioning what happened in India, how the helicopters flew over Bihar and Balia, and what happened in Bihar, how the Shaheed Smarak, which came up of those 13 people who in front of the Secretariat tried to raise the flag. And they were all shot dead. In fact, everybody was shot dead. But here, because the collector, none other than my grandfather, decided not to shoot, the flag was raised. So that is the beautiful story of Balia. And as Azadi Ka August Kranti is being celebrated in Balia every year on 19th of August. So any of you feel like going there, students like to go there, you should go there and see how they celebrate it. They enact the whole scene of the jail. They enact the gates opening. They enact my grandfather opening the gates and taking him to the collectorate, saying, Chittu Pandey, raise the flag. And then from there they go to the Maidan, which is the August Kranti Maidan in Balia. And Chittu Pandey with the masses of 40,000 saying, Chanda Uncha Rahe Hamara, Vishwa Vijay. And so this is the story of Balia, told through the press. So it is told through the printing media, and I'm thankful for Kamal Mohan ji giving me this opportunity to relate with you as the chief guest. I do have something very, very important for all of you to take back for the Azadi Ka Mahotsav, the 75 years India is celebrating. And all of you in Pune, I must, Madhura ji, I was mentioning to you, I've also mentioned the Pune Pact in this book, and that relates to Gandhiji when he was in fast, and he did not want the communal award to be given. He was against what the Britishers were doing. And he was very clear-cut that this would only create more division between the societies. But the story is all there for you to read. If I narrate it to you, then you will lose the joy of reading. I'm quite sure reading habits must never die. A book is something you can carry in your pocket. A book is something you can carry in the metro. A book is something that you can sit at home and just relax in any position and read. But a computer is always going to be a computer. So I must congratulate all of you, all the young engineers, and I hope they come up with something, because the digital pocket books which they have on, their small notebooks, and also the mobiles, it's not very good for the eyes. Let's all be frank with ourselves. At the end of the day, your eyes is the medium from which you see the world. And I've seen a lot of children, and this is very serious, because I've seen a lot of children reading those mobiles in odd positions, and later on they're developing neck problems and they're developing diabetes. And these are things, it's a major concern, health concern. And as the students are tuned in with your event, I hope that they all realize that life can be more invigorating and enjoyable if they pick up a book than pick up a pocketbook through a mobile. It is easier, it is cheaper, but it is not good for your health. So at the cost of your health, you mustn't do anything. You see, health is wealth. At the end of the day, if your health goes, then what are you looking at? So it's serious topic which you have chosen for today, and I hope a lot of people tune in, because the importance of this event will lead you to try and innovate more ways and make it perhaps printing a book even cheaper, so that people can read it easily. And because it does cost to print a book, this much I know, and a lot of people have lovely ideas, and on the different signs, people can actually go and get books published and printed, and for their desires and for their thoughts. But at the end of the day, a book is a book. Not because I am a writer, but I know the value of the book. A value which is indispensable. It is absolutely indispensable for the future also. And everything can be put in a digital format, but you cannot have, if just by chance somebody erases one data point, we lose a lot of history in this world. So that is a very serious thing which can happen. Nowadays you have politics, you have international games being played, you have conventions coming up to protect this intellectual right. Tomorrow you'll have conventions coming up to prevent the thing being erased on iCloud or some other cloud bank or some other library created somewhere else in the space. But if you have the digital copy printed out or print paperbacks, that can't be ruined until it's burnt. And believe me, I think that Bhrigu Samhita, which was written in Balia, शायद आपको पता है कि नहीं पता है, but it was written there, और एक कबाड़ी वाला ने उसको उठाया है, जहाँ तक मुझे सुनाई दिया है, and उसके पन्ने गए थे to the other part of India. But पन्ने तो गए ना. Knowledge is power, वो knowledge तो रह गया ना भृगु संहिता का. तो ये चीज़ें हैं जो हमको सोचना है, समझना है, and we have to pass the baton on to the future generations. So if we are passing it on to the future generation, as we as seniors in this particular generation, I think we have something very गंभीर रूप से हमको सोचना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से उनको एजुकेशन इम्पार्ट करना है, किस तरह से उन लोगों को समझाना है, किस तरह से लोगों को कन्विंस नहीं करना है, उनको अंदर से फीलिंग लाना है कि आप जब कुछ भी करते हैं तो इसका स्थायी रूप क्या होगा। स्थायी रूप जब होता है तो मेरे ख्याल से उसमें एक शांति भी आता है। लाइक they say, you know, the Vedas, the sound, the way it was written, we have so much importance given into writing. और एज अ राइटर मैं एक चीज़ ज़रूर जानती हूँ कि आप कंप्यूटर इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, यू कैन राइट, बट व्हेन यू वांट टू रियली पुट योर सेल्फ इनटू द राइटिंग, यू हैव टू प्रिंट इट आउट एंड देन रीड इट एंड देन री राइट इट। तब जाकर एक कहते हैं ना, यू हैव एक इश्क पैदा हो जाता है कलम के साथ। You fall in love with that pen and you're writing. And you can't fall in love with the typewriter. My father had a very old typewriter, you know, he was in the United Nations, so 1950s का typewriter था, cut. He used to type into it and he said, Janice, कुछ भी बताओ, ये typewriter और इसके बाद मैं अपने notes लिखता हूँ, इससे बढ़िया जो दिमाग में जो हमारे न्यूरॉन्स हैं, they react differently. So ये जो कहानियाँ हैं अनंत है, and I'm lucky that my parents lived with me till the age of 96, so I have a whole generation's thoughts with me. I've seen a lot. And as nowadays as head of mission of Montenegro, I have the pleasure of interacting with across the world diplomats, presidents, and even before this, I have interviewed people like Arafat, Yasser Arafat, General Zia. And I've seen the world so differently now that I feel that there's so much of ahmiyat to doing something which is everlasting. और आप लोग जो कर रहे हैं इस समुद्र का मंथन से, believe me, Mr. Mohan Chopra, when you connect all the students together, all the professors together, like Mr. Anjan Baral and Mr. Parag Hase and Madhura Mahajan, you've given your time for a very noble cause, and I'm with you. Whenever you feel like, please do call upon me, and you're welcome to call upon the Office of Montenegro. And I wish you all the best for this particular function.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And definitely, it's our honor that you are here. Madam, we have invited many printers are here, and I told them that it's a time to do business with Montenegro also. And as I told you in New Delhi, we are planning a visit there. We want to see that beautiful country. So I was just, as you said, you already talked about the history. It was a country which was made after First World War, and it was finished in the Second World War, Yugoslavia. So Montenegro is a, as you just said, we have not visited. We are Montenegro.
Montenegro was a kingdom.
Yeah, that was a kingdom.
Later on, you know, all the countries, when they came together under Tito said it became Yugoslavia. And then once again, it through a referendum separated from Serbia. So it is, the terrain has always been very peaceful and harmonious. And if you look at the people out there, they're just like us, happy-go-lucky, with the Indian Savita Pura hai, despite being the pearl of the Mediterranean. So Montenegro is a very, very beautiful country, and I'll be too happy that if a delegation from India visits Montenegro and does something with Montenegro, it will even be better. And anything which you want to do, you just have to let me know, and we'll see how we can devise something.
Sure, ma'am. Madam, thank you very much for your presence. We are, as already told, we are really delighted with your presence.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me. And I hope from the rest of your students have got some valuable thoughts to take back.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think you almost took us back to the times of history, and you know, it was really an honor to listen to the story. So brave-heartedly fought, but yet so tactfully. And of course, you know, as you have rightly mentioned, a book is something which is going to last permanent, and we'll definitely try to see how we can acquire the book written by you, so that the future generations, the students of different institutes, can have access to it and go through that, you know, relive the moment of history. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hope to see
Thank you, ma'am.
The attendance sheet we are giving on the chat. Everyone will have to mark the attendance. The students which are appearing for the test today, they will use their unique ID. Unique ID is already there. You can roll down the menu and get your unique ID. Please check your unique ID. You must be sure that it is your unique ID and write other details. Others sitting in the house, they will put unique ID VVIP. Later we have a lucky draw for the golden pin. So everybody, every person who is present here can participate in the lucky draw. And as already you people know that that golden pin will be given only to a person who will be physically present in the meeting. So I already shared the Google Sheet on chat. Please go there and mark your attendance immediately. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so we are having 3 jury members to take care of the exam or the competition which will be conducted for the students who have been shortlisted. First, we have with us Professor Arun Gangarde, sir. Sir is the head of department at New Arts, Commerce and Science College, Ahmednagar. And sir has basically completed his bachelor's and master's in computer science and is has various skill sets in programming, as well as has a vast experience in academics and administration. And it is very happy to know that sir also takes care of the BVOC department in printing at this college, and has very actively devised and updated or upgraded their laboratories and their curriculum in printing. And he is constantly in touch with various, I mean, though he comes from a totally different background, he has contacted and connected with many industry people, many academicians, and so that he upgrades the laboratories and curriculum of BVOC so that the students in and around Aurangabad get exposure to the latest technology in printing. So thank you, Arun sir, for being a part of Print Olympiad and sparing your time to be as a jury member.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Secondly, we have with us Mr. Shailendra Vishnu Popre, sir. Sir is the proprietor of Shubham Graphics, and sir basically comes from Dombivli, and he is their press is kind of the first, amongst the top 4 printers in Dombivli and Kalyan area. And their press has also received various state level awards for introducing quality printing. And currently, Professor is the president of Dombivli Shahar Mudrak Sangha. So welcome, sir, and thank you for taking out time and being a part of Print Olympiad. Next, we have Dr. P. Sasikala ma'am. Ma'am is professor and head of Department of New Media Technology, Makhanlal Chaturvedi, National University of Journalism and Communication, Bhopal. And ma'am is also the Dean of Academics and a very active academician and instrumental in implementing the National Education Policy based 7 programs at MCU. She is also the Executive Council and Academic Council member of various higher educational institutions, including Technical University of Haryana, Indian Institute of Mass Communication, Delhi, and also the member of New Media Committee of MHRD. So, ma'am is also the authorized trainer for fact checking, chairman of University Women's Cell, UGC nodal officer for the university, and has 25 years of research and teaching experience, and has published more than 70 research papers in national, international journals and conferences. She has contributed 6 chapters in various books, and as a vibrant technologist, her passion for academic research and industry relevant course development is there in the area of printing, packaging, new media technology, especially with the focus on data journalism, new media content design, ICT, and social media data analytics. She has very actively organized various faculty development programs and has been active in training and capacity building programs for academicians, defense officers, and public relation officers, and an active member of new media policy documentation, ICT curriculum designing, and policy making for gaming industry at national and state level. Thank you, ma'am, for being a part of round 1 and round 2 as well and sparing your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those nice words. Thank you, ma'am. And best wishes to all.
Yeah. Yeah, so with this, I think we are all set to go for the actual round. And I think I request Vijender sir to please take over from here.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So time for the students to know the rule regulations. And rule regulations are exactly the same as like the round first. So we are having 50 multiple choice questions, and the students need to attempt the question in only 30 minutes. So during the exam, the camera should be strictly in the turn on position, and our technical team, all judges, coordinators will be monitoring you during the exam. And someone's camera will be found in the off position, they will be discarded from the event. So at the last, the students will score more than 70%. Top 3 students, maximum 3 students will be selected for the round 3. So these all are the rule regulations for the exam. Best wishes for you students. Best wishes once again. Yeah. You will get the question paper in the Google form on your personal WhatsApp number you have given.
Then when you say 3, I will send a question paper.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
37.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sharp. 3, 2, 1. Please go ahead. Please.
Now the students can carry out with the questions. Till that time, we can perform other. We have Peter is there. Thanks, Peter, for joining. Peter Decker from Sri Lanka. He's the president of Sri Lanka Printers.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Sir, many are there with off camera.
Yeah, you can.
Size Dhuri. Size Dhuri.
Only 7, 8 are going to contest.
Only 8 will contest, others will not. Only 8.
These are the shortlisted ones.
Yeah, these are the 8 are shortlisted. We have sent a question paper to only to 8.
But why their cameras are off?
Yeah, camera. The person whose camera is off, you can just reject that because this is now it's a second round. It's not the first round.
Right.
Students who are not opening the cam, they must consider that they are out. Sir, you have the list. All the judges. We have already shared the list of the persons. Out of these 8, 2 are not there. One is WZPO B33.
Size Dhuri. Size Dhuri.
Yeah, one is not there. That is Pavan Ramdas Kokane. All other are here. If they are all, we have written the unique ID against their name. If the person are not opening the cam, please deduct their marks and you can even reject them right now.
Can we write their names?
Yes, the list is there. You can just mark it. As I see WATO 033, they are not opening the cam.
Gaurav Kishore.
Gaurav Kishore Patil.
Yeah. All the participating students, please open the cam. Otherwise, you must think that you are not there. You are out. You will be eliminated. Cameras, you can see the cameras on the sides.
Sir, who are these people? Kavita Chavan, Abhishek Pandey.
Shake Fund, there are other people, sir. Sir, see on the, you can just narrow down your participating list. You have the list of participating last participants. Just write WZPO. You will find 8 names with WZPO. Okay. These 8 are there.
Okay. Right now I am having that.
Yeah. So these 8 are there, and you can see their cams are on. I'm seeing their cams are on. So we have the lucky draw also. Lucky draw for that golden pin that you can see the pin here. So the lucky draw will be held. Just we can organize just now. You can see the spinning wheel. It is blank. No name is written in it. I will just fill the names who have marked their presence. So these are the people who have marked their presence. On one click, we can get the winner for this golden pin. I think it is visible to all, and you can see the names are there. So screen, it is you can see it is a transparent material, and we have the person, if present, only then he will be given it. Matesh Sharma.
Mitesh Sharma.
Yeah, it's here. Yeah, Mitesh is here. Yeah.
Can you spotlight?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Mitesh. So congratulations, Mitesh.
Thanks, sir. Sir, I am associated with Mahalla Chaturvedi Vishwavidyalaya, Bhopal.
Oh, great.
Congratulations, Mitesh.
In the team of Dr. P. Shashikala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mehetre Sharma from printing.
Very good. Mitesh, sir, please give your contact details at the chat. We will courier you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And congratulations.
Congratulations, Mehetre.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mitesh.
Thank you, sir.
Luck is with you today.
He listened to Shashikala ma'am to attend this event. That is why he has got it.
So friends, we are also planning the next Print Olympiad for East Zone on 24th, then South Zone on 29th, and North Zone on 30th of this month. I may inform that we are also going to organize a international conference on the burning subject these days of printed electronic and smart boxes. You know, the future is printed electronic and smart boxes. This is the future. When students ask for the future of printing, that is the real future, and we are hosting a conference there. It is a 5-day conference at DCR University, Murthal. We'll share the details. Anybody interested, they can join. Time?
Along with the Print Olympiad final.
Yeah, the Print Olympiad finale will also be hosted at Murthal, same university, on 5th of September.
On physical form.
Yeah, that is a physical form, yes.
Yeah, many congratulations, sir, to finalize. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So that we'll be going to host it on 5th, the Print Olympiad finale. All the students which will be declared elected in this regional competitions will be participating in it. That will be in a physical form in the presence of international judges.
Jay.
Yes, sir.
Same panel of judges you are inviting for the finale?
But in the finale, next finale, there will be five people. 3 of you and 2, one from the other region and one from the international. That is the we'll have a finale for West also before that. In next month there will be a finale for West. One student will get from West, one from East, one from North, and one from South. All these 4 will be participating for the national finale at Print Olympiad on 5th. you're right. We are planning it, and I and Ashwini will visit that place, and then we will plan who are the person to be invited and who are the person who will be attending it. We will plan it and let
If
you
you
know.
are planning to invite us, communicate well in advance so that we have to make bookings and all that.
So sure, within a day or two you will get it. We will get it. We will get it within a day or two.
Oh, sure.
Maybe.
Where it is? For West Zone? Where it is? For West Zone?
Regional finale will be on online only. Okay, the system will be different. It will be oral round, not a written round.
Okay, fine.
So that will be wonderful. It will be, I think, we are trying to invite some important chief guests for that. Today you have seen that Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Montenegro was there. We are trying to call the other countries also so that students and our printers can have some link with that, to get their business also, to promote business also. So we are doing like that. We are trying to invite others. And in one of maybe in Finale or any other place, I wish to invite the Vice Chancellor of BIGC. BIGC is the world's largest and best printing institute. So we are trying to invite her and them also. I don't know whether it will be possible or not.
Great idea, sir.
Yeah. So we are trying at our best so that there should be some promotion. This conference, which is very well planned, is a beautiful conference and very, very talented person who are expert in printed electronic will be there.
Okay.
So that is the future, Shailendra sir. This, as Madam was telling about reading from the screen and text, that's it there. But you know, commercial printing is decreasing.
That is true.
Everybody knows. And packaging is increasing. But packaging, what do you see the packaging today? I can bet it will be 300% more with printed electronics.
Right.
So we have to study that. That is the future. Really, that is the future. So it was planned. It is supported by the government of India.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Well, Madam, I think Madam has gone, but I talked with them and we have studied there. Their second big business in Montenegro is printing. Second business.
Okay.
You can see a lot of opportunities are there.
Achha.
It's a Europe.
Plan a visit to Montenegro.
Sorry?
Plan a visit.
Yeah, that's why I invited the printers. Very few printers are here. I wanted that we could discuss with them. They are ready. They are ready to extend any facility. They told me that we are ready to extend you any facility you want.
Plan in the month of September, if possible.
September. Hey, what do you say? September to go there?
Yeah.
September is very busy. Your GC meeting there, our international conference there. In between, there is one more is coming in September. So September will be busy. Maybe after that. Now, I told them to organize a small conference in which they will invite the printers. But in that case, only few printers will be invited, not much more. Vijay sir, time.
Yes, sir. 20 minutes over. Last 9 minutes now.
9 minutes. Okay.
Only. One student has already submitted.
So already submitted. How many are submitted?
And section name.
We have 8 only. If 8 are submitted, then we can.
Only one. Sir.
Only one.
Abhishek Mahesh P013.
013. Abhishek.
Yeah.
Abhishek Kandekar.
Yeah, he has.
Kandekar.
last 4 minutes only.
आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है, और बताओ।
The last 4 minutes.
Yeah, okay. How many submitted?
Only one. Yeah.
Please submit because you will not be able to submit in the time left. समय के बाद ऑटोमेटिक सबमिट नहीं होगा, आपको सबमिट करना पड़ेगा। अगर सबमिट टाइम पर नहीं किया तो then you are gone.
Students, last 1.5 minutes. Submit.
We have given a very naughty question to them. It's a very naughty.
Dear students, submit it because only 1 minute left, I think.
Okay then?
Around 30 seconds remaining, sir.
Yeah, submit the, how many are submitted already?
Now 6 have submitted, sir.
Okay, only 2. Please submit immediately, otherwise you will not find time to submit. अभी submit कर दो, नहीं तो बाद में आपको समय नहीं मिलेगा। ये ना हो कि 1 मिनट के चक्कर में आधा मिनट हो गया तो।
Total 7 persons have already submitted.
Only one is there.
So one is absent only, so only 7 are there.
Oh, 8 है हमारे पास।
8 absent है ना?
नहीं 9 थे ना सर, मतलब 9 थे। 8 are appeared today out of 9. 8 appeared today, yes. Yes, हो गया बच्चा जी?
Yeah, sir. 8 have submitted now. Yeah. All have submitted. Yeah. I am compiling the result and sending to the jury members here.
Yeah, please. Yes, madam. Till the result is prepared, we can go in for other things.
Yeah, I think we'll just wait for.
No, that will come, no problem. In the meantime, yeah.
Okay. So we have feedback. If any of the students would like to give feedback, we would be happy to take the feedback. So anybody wants to share anything?
Anmay Jain, do you want to speak anything?
Yes, sir. Actually, I just wanted to share this information, not information, like my personal thoughts regarding this Olympiad.
Okay.
First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Kamal Chopra sir and Mrs. Madhura Mahajan ma'am and all the other esteemed guests who have taken some time out of their valuable schedule on this day to prepare and organize this second round of the Printing Olympiad event. And we are very fortunate that we have been given this opportunity to be able to appear in this Olympiad. And we very much look forward to giving this Olympiad in the physical form also in the coming years. We are very much interested in giving these kinds of Olympiads as these do not happen anywhere else, and this is the only one that like challenges us on a national level or on a regional level to for our knowledge in the field of printing. So that's why we are very thankful for organizing this event.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any other student?
We are expecting this time a winner from West Zone.
Any other person wants to say something? In the meantime, I'll request everybody to please open the cam so that at least now very few people, 21 are there, we can see each other. That will be better. Anybody else wants to say something, some other want to share their experience or bottlenecks or some problems? We wish to improve everything, and you people can suggest it better, I think so. Our mission was, our mission is to prompt the students to go out of the books. Just see what is happening outside, because these books are written long ago. Definitely, these are the basic method, but changes are there. Printing is changing rapidly every day. Every day there is a change. You go to the Google, go to the newspaper, go to the magazine, you will find many new things. That was the main aim, that student must look at what is happening in the printing and what is the future, because that is your future, not future of the printing, but your future. How to, as I told you just now, that printed electronic has a bright future. Smart packaging has a very, very bright future. So must look to these technologies. Basic knowledge you will get at the institute, but for further knowledge, you have to visit other places.
Yes, Anubhav sir, we would like to listen to your views.
Print Olympiad. This was the 5th one, getting in process. And it's a master stroke from a master craftsman, that is Kamal Chopra. What else he has in his mind, nobody knows. Perhaps he's going to internationalize this, which will be a great thing. I wanted to ask Kamalji, the first from each zone, will they be awarded anything, rewarded anything?
That final round, they will be given certificates, being they are the finalists.
Right.
Yeah.
And the top finalists will get ₹1 lakh. That is
national top in the, that's a competition.
The program is well organized and it is being circulated worldwide, I believe. I would like to thank Madhura Mahajan, Professor Baral, and Brijinder Kaushik for their tireless work, which makes these Print Olympiad success. Thank you very much, Kamalji.
Sir, results are ready and all judges have approved it, and I have forwarded to Kamal sir.
So students, now we are on the results. We already received the result. Everybody must be eager to know the name of jury selected 3 persons for the final. As I told you, the final will be a physical one. We may organize physically or on virtual mode. That's a different thing. We'll think over it. If it is possible, I do prefer physical mode, but if it is not possible, then we'll have to do it on virtual mode. The work of regional coordinators are over here. They are to select the finalists. The national team will select one out of these. That is the work of the national team. There will be, as we have decided, the judges will be same, but 2 more will be added. Those 2 will be 1 international and 1 from other region. In the final round, the system will be, every student will be given 5 topics on the spot. And out of those 5 topics, he or she will have to speak for 1 topic at least for 5 minutes. Maximum for 7 minutes. Minimum 5, maximum 7. They have to speak without the aid of any computer, any written material, any audiovisual. So that is the final round. Maybe it is virtual or physical, that's a different thing, but That place, judges will give the marks. And not only the judges, the audience poll will also be there, and audience marks will also be included. So these students can invite as many friends and family members to vote for them. That depends. That will be going on the 5 judges, the marks given by 5 judges, plus the audience poll to declare the winner. So now, friends, we have the list. I will like to speak the names. I'm very glad that the person who has topped these 3 is a diploma student and not a degree student.
Oh,
Diploma students also have. So the first student who is nominated to participate in the finale is James Mandy. Devane James Mandy.
Dwayne James
Mandy.
Congratulations, beta.
Thank you, sir.
Congrats.
Roshan B010. Yeah, open the cam. Yeah.
Mandy. Now he has come up.
Yeah. So Roshan
Kailas Bachhav.
Bachhav is the second one. And finally, we have another name. Let me check who is that. And
Mehetre Sakshi Arun.
And the big thing is she's a diploma holder. Every next thing you know.
Sakshi.
She is a diploma holder. Sakshi.
Thank you, sir.
She is
Congratulations, beta. Congratulations.
Congrats, Sakshi.
Thank you, sir.
Congrats, Roshan.
5.
Thank you, sir. We feel very thankful organize this Print Olympiad. Thank you for every valuable teaching. This useful for me for further studies. Thank you, sir.
आपकी बैकग्राउंड क्या है? आपके प्रिंटिंग में आप कैसे आए? पहले कोई है प्रिंटिंग में आपके घर में?
नहीं सर, पर मेरा फ्रेंड था, उसकी वजह से मैं यहाँ पर लिया था।
अच्छा, आप हो वहाँ न्यू आर्ट्स कॉमर्स कॉलेज में?
हाँ, हो, यस सर।
अच्छा, गुड।
आप कहाँ से हो साक्षी?
महाराष्ट्र।
नहीं, जगह का नाम महाराष्ट्र।
महाराष्ट्र, अहमदनगर।
अरे वाह।
सर।
Congratulations, Sakshi.
Thank you, sir.
Many congratulations. So one by one, can all students can share their views?
Otherwise, we have Rohan. Rohan is there. Yes, Rohan.
Roshan Kailas Bachhav. Roshan.
Yes.
Yes,
Roshan.
yes. Thank you for college and all the judges to organize the event. I am from PVG COIT, Maharashtra.
How was your experience, Roshan?
It was a great experience. The second round is tough as compared to the first, the questions and all that. So thank to the college for the teaching and organizing. Thank you.
So be ready for the finale also. Yes, James, you want to say something? James Mandy.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you all my teachers. And I'm from PVG COIT. Yeah, it was a great experience to participate in this event. And we'll try to go to the next round.
Definitely, you are already reached the next round, and now you look at the one leg. You look at the main trophy, national hero. Try to be the national hero now. Go to national. Think like that. So next, you know, I already told about the regional finale. One out of you will be participating in the national finale at DCR University, Deenbandhu Chotaram University at Murthal. One out of you. So be ready for that.
Yeah. Will the next round be in online or offline, sir?
That will decide. That will decide. At present, as per the present, we are doing only online. Check out the feasibility because internal judge can be a problem. We will talk it. Madam has already said that they are ready to host it, so we don't have any problem. But only thing, I will have to check with the judging system if the judge is there, and if it is possible financially, we will do it. Otherwise, it is as per the present system, because as per the rule we have described earlier, the final regional final is on virtual mode only. But we will change it if it is required. So all these three, I would like to congratulate you. And
I think those who have lost have really lost very marginally. So there was, I guess, there was a tough competition between all 8 of you all. So all 8 have actually done very well, but you have to select some winners. So that is why these 3 are being selected because of.
Good. Thank you.
And yeah, so I'll request Mr. Ashwani Gupta sir to please present the vote of thanks, and then we will conclude.
Now just a formality. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest of today's event, Dr. Janice Darbari, Honorary Consul General of Montenegro in India. Our guest of honor to today's program, Dr. Aditya Abankar sir. Judges of today's event, Professor Arun Gangarde sir, Mr. Shirendra Popole ji, Professor P. Shashikala ji, and then our coordinators of the program, our national coordinator, Dr. Anjan Kumar Baral, Professor Madhura Mahajan ji, and Professor Parag Ase ji, our West Zone coordinators, and our technical coordinator, Shri Bajendra Kaushik ji. Because without the help of these coordinators, this event was not possible and or not of that success. Our advisor of the program, I would like to thank Abhinav Sakshathi ji. I also thank Dr. Manoj Tambale, Shrikala Khadke ji, Mr. Peter Dekkari from Sri Lanka for participating in the program. I also like to thank everyone who has joined this program and spare time to participate in this program. Above all, our mentor and our guide, Shri Kamal Chopra ji, to start this event. This is the first 5th edition and second round of West Zone. And I also thank OPA for this great event and great thought of Kamalji to make it success. And I congratulate all the winners, all the 3 who are the winners of today, and best of luck for the final. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gupta ji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Kamalji.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Kamalji. Thank you, Ashwini ji.
Thank you, ji.
Thanks, and hope you will be there for the next also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a nice opportunity. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kamalji.
Thank you, ma'am. Madhura
I will send the pin. Lisa will send the pin today. Not today, tomorrow. Because today.
Okay, sir. Okay. Mitesh is there. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.